Yo.
Ready for the truth. They say it sets you free, but in reality, they hide the keys from the youth. The tyrants that promote violence, propaganda and scandal, and prefer your silence. You have that right? Mama said, baby, don't let them break you. Granny said, God will never forsake you. Daddy said, do you cause they make you. That don't mean they for you, cause y'all the same hue. Say thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high. Gotta give it your best. Just a few steps left. This is all a part of the test. Life limits, you can find strength in your stress. I remember once upon a time, before I got my shine, just a kid who wanted to rhyme. They couldn't tell me none. I was just focused on that songs. Didn't know the power of the tongue. They say thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high. They expect you to give up, say dare to be different while hoping you'll never live up. Plant seeds now and water it with your hustle. Exercise your mind and treat your brain like a muscle. Play it smart, everything has a price. It gets expensive when you play with your life. Don't play it left unless you're ready to pay right. Stay committed and attack all opposers like great whites. Right foot, left foot, gotta push forward. Everything you dream of, the universe ordered. The magic or is it the secret? They say knowledge is power and that's why they keep it. That's why I seek it, so I say take heed. Cause a change in the system's a great need. I tell the devil not today, you can't break me. I remain in control so I stay free. They say thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high.
What it is, y'all. What it is. We got the intro music, y'all. I said I'm gonna find something that was gonna work for us, you know what I mean? Let me stop that now. That's not the one that I want. So what's going on, y'all? Y'all know we here, Street Talk. We back with another one. You dig? Yesterday was 314 day. So I said I'm gonna give it a rest. But I found a little issue with yesterday, y'all. And I don't think I was the only one with that issue. You know what I mean? So we're gonna discuss that today. You know, hopefully we can get the city out. So I'm gonna be hollering sure, and spread the word on this one so we can get as many people chimed in as possible. You know what I'm saying? Won't be no video today. It's all commentary. And I'm gonna be waiting on y'all. So if I got 2 hours, 3 hours, if I'm at it till midnight, we're gonna get this conversation going, y'all. We're going to get this conversation going. So, with that, we're going to get it cracking, man. No, hold on. We're not going to get it cracking yet. Was that all we was going to talk about? Yeah, we're going to touch on the youth, too. We're going to touch on everything. We're going to basically, y'all, we're going to touch on everything that's kind of happening in the city right now that needs to be touched on because it's not being talked about right now. It's not being talked about. So we're going to get off into that real conversation. Like I said, I'm really trying to wait on a couple more people to get up in there. But we're going to have that conversation today. We're going to get it cracking, though. Let's go, y'all.
The Supreme Court has ruled. The Supreme Court, right? You know what that is? The U.S. Supreme Court?
He said, well, the Supreme Court stated something.
Yeah, he talking wave it, y'all recording.
Hey, I'm good. Thank y'all for having that camera around me, so I'm protected, man.
They say stop recording because we gonna charge her. Man, that shit was recording.
To identify all occupants of a vehicle when we were detaining that vehicle.
Where I should give him my ID and we all...
I'm like, sir, can I raise my back windows up because I got a whole newborn in here. You know
right.
It's cold out here.
Somebody needs to watch this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad y'all doing that. I appreciate everything y'all doing.
Streetwatchers. What's going on, y'all? So, like I said today, no video, all commentary. We're going to sit and talk. If you're from the city, share the video, get the live going. Let people know we trying to talk about it. We trying to get it. We trying to get it in today. We trying to get it in. We trying to get it in. Why are we trying to get it in? Because yesterday was 314 day, right? And y'all know I normally make a video for 314 day. Made one for the last 2 years, right? So I try to get out. You know what I mean? I try to, get everywhere. So I make a list. You know what I mean? I make a whole itinerary of things that I need to do. Go out early, get shout outs, all that. Do all that, right? This year, the list just seemed ridiculously long. Like it was events everywhere. And most of these events was happening at the same time. So it's like, I can't be there, I can't be there, I can't be there, and I can't be there. So then you ask the question, why is everybody throwing everything at the same time? Why is everybody throwing an event on a day where the city's supposed to be celebrating the city? So we supposed to be celebrating each other. Then, I think we should probably come together and have one big event. Now, for me, it's the mentality of we can't come together. That's where the question comes in. Why can't we come together? You know what I mean? Like, why do we have the mentality of if too many black people get in one spot, it's going to be trouble? Because if that's the mentality that we got, then that's what we going to get. I think if we all come together and ain't nobody tripping off of tripping, then ain't nobody tripping, right? But if we come in and everybody on high alert, everybody on standby, everybody waiting for something to happen, then something's probably going to happen. So with that said, what do we do, y'all? How do we fix this? Wrong thing. How do we fix this? How do we fix this problem, y'all? Talk to me, y'all. How do we fix this problem? If you chiming in too, tap in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you chiming in from. We having a St. Louis conversation today, so y'all chime in and let me know where y'all at. Let me know what's going on. I know we got a couple people in the chat right now, so tap in. Let me know where y'all at. Let me know what's going on. And spread the word. Share it. If everybody that click in, share it. Even if you share the video before you click off the video, that way we can get as many people in on this conversation as possible. You might not have time to sit down and listen. You might not have time to sit down and interact, but share the video, spread the word before you go. If you stay, just get in the chat, tap in, let us know where you're from, say what's up, all of the other good stuff, so we can have a conversation. Once again, I'm not going to start this conversation until I kind of feel like it's enough people in here to talk, even if it's 6, 7, because I don't think this is a conversation that I could have by myself. Even with the opinion that I have, I still don't think that this is a conversation that I could just sit here and have by myself. Those other situations, yeah, that's cool, because I saw certain things go on, and, hey, I was the only one. I think I can be the only one to tell that story. But when we talking about the city, we talking about St. Louis, we need everybody to get in on that. Why? Because we don't get in on nothing. So I think this would be the perfect time to get in. For the couple more people that just clicked in, like I'm saying, y'all share this video, spread the word, try to get as many people as you can get looking at this video right now. We finna have a deep conversation about St. Louis, 314 day, all of the other good stuff. We finna get off into that, so make sure y'all share and try to get as many people in. I'm watching the numbers, so once we get to a preferred number, then we'll get into the conversation. I appreciate everybody that's sitting there right now, but share the video. Just share the video or call somebody and let them know, hey, man, tap on YouTube real quick, get in on this conversation if you ain't doing nothing, and all of that good stuff. Y'all know who's sitting around right now. So tap in, tell them to click on in on this. And if you're in the comments already, like I said, go ahead and hop in the chat and let yourself be known. Say what's up, speak, all that good stuff. They're going to be mad at this live because it look like it's more people clicking in, clicking out than it is just trying to get with it. I don't really understand. And if these my people that's from out of town and, you know, everywhere else, because I know I get a lot of New York viewers, and I get a lot of viewers from Chicago. So this any one of y'all, man, shout out to y'all. We're going to have a conversation today about St. Louis. I want to talk about our 314 day and some other issues with our mentality. Plus, I want to talk about these youth, too, because I kind of want to, you know, the conversation is going again. You know what I mean? It was just like last summer. It's like they only talk about it when there's something going on. When ain't nothing popping off, it ain't bothering them. It ain't even an issue. What's going on, Miss Fleming? I see you popping in. She say, hey, Street, how are you doing out there in the Lou? I'm doing all right, Miss Twyla. I'm doing all right. Who else we got in the house, man? Who else we got in the house? Y'all tap in. Where y'all from? The north, south? Want to say what neighborhood you from? Y'all from Walnut Park? Where you from? Kingsway West? Wells Goodfellow? Where y'all from? Tower Grove South? Click in, y'all. This is about to be a conversation about St. Louis, y'all. We finna get real deep about St. Louis. I mean, we all live here, so, I mean, shit, I want everybody to hear it. Like I said, share this video, tap in, let somebody know we finna have this conversation. And y'all chime in, man. You know what I mean? Chime in. I know a lot of people don't like hopping down in the chat, but hop in that chat, because we're going to need that in the chat. We got to have this conversation, y'all. We got to have this conversation. And I think today would be the perfect day to have it. Like I said, y'all know I always do 314 day videos, and it just was impossible yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It was impossible. But we can have this conversation. Because there was a lot of posts that was floating too that even, you know, made that comment. Like, why is it so many events at the same time in so many different places? And the comments was like, because we can't come together. We can't do this. We can't do that. But why? If that's the mentality, like, why is that our mentality? You know what I mean? Because a lot of us can come together. If everybody was having events, then that means at some point those people had to have some people at those events. Who came to those events? You know what I mean? Was it invite only? Was all of these invite only, or it was, hey, come at your own risk? What was we doing yesterday? Y'all talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know, because I think we could have had, I would say at least 3, you know, decent events. We could have had probably an all-day event in the park. It rained, so that kind of would have threw that off, but in the park. You know, something for everybody. They do a lot of stuff up at Forest Park. They have a lot of events up at Forest Park where the community comes out. Plus, it's central. You can catch it from the north, you can catch it from the south, and there's a whole highway that run through it. So you can't, I mean, shit, I think that would be the perfect spot if you ask me. And that's just, you know, citywide. If it was just, you know, citywide 314 thing. And then everybody could have their own little separate joints, you know, in the evening at the end. I understand that part. Once it starts getting dark, we do have to start worrying about safety. So, you know, those type of events is understandable. But just like everybody all day, like these events started at 9 o'clock in the morning, but they always overlapping. Like even if I went here and wanted to go there I couldn't. Like somebody's going to miss out. And then the way the Lou work, you don't come to my event and I know you knew about my event, now you got an issue with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it don't even be that, man. Shit, it was too much going on. Then they would feel like, well, why you didn't choose me? If you went there, why didn't you come here? Why couldn't you come? Just too much. But come on, y'all, it's saying we got 9. 1, 2. I think we got 9. My preferred number was 10. So can y'all, somebody get one more person in here? Or everybody sitting here right now get one more person to get up in here. So we can have this conversation. And then no one's in the chat right now. You know, these conversations go better when we can interact in the conversation. You know what I mean? I don't want everybody to be sitting back at home listening to me and then saying he wrong or he don't know what he talking about or he don't get in the chat. You know what I mean? Get in the chat. We're going to talk about these fights. We finna talk about these fights these kids have. All of this stuff that the news is really spinning us on, y'all, because, yes, it's happening. Don't get it twisted. Yes, it's happening. But we not digging into the whys. We not digging into the hows. We not digging into none of that. We just saying, oh, these kids are crazy. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're really doing what we did. I'm going to say, you know, when we were younger. Anybody. It was a fight. Most of these are just fights. And now, yeah, it ended with 2 other different situations, but they were still nonetheless fights. But we're going to get off into that. You know, that's not how we're going to start the conversation. But once again, I'm waiting on everybody to get up in here so we can really have this conversation. Where we at on real time? I might take it to the 20-minute mark and get cracking. I don't know. I can't see YouTube's real time. Oh, there it goes, 16 minutes. We're at 16 minutes, so now we're not gonna do 20, y'all. I'll probably give it another minute or so. You know what I mean? But I just want to get this cracking. You know what I mean? I want to talk about it. I mean, I do a lot of talking in the community, man. I had a few conversations this morning about this very topic. You know, these very issues, and it really got deep because it's a lot that goes into it. We know it's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of different people that plays factors in all of this. And yeah, without the unity, without the respect to work together, I'm gonna say that. Because most people won't even respect your position if they don't like you. Like, you ain't gotta like me. Just respect the position so we can get things done. That's it. But people don't even be on that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get off into this, y'all. So what's up, man? For everybody that's still here, okay, St. Louis. Like I said, 314 a day. We had a slew of events that was planned at the same time. And there was a couple posts circulating. Most of them was funny to me, for real. I noticed, you know, a few people got into their feelings, but it all made sense to me because I can understand the different levels and I can see how people that has different visions can see and do other things, basically. So one of the issues with having all the events was everybody said that we couldn't come together. Now, when I say everybody, I'm speaking about, you know, the community. Like, everybody said, well, we ain't gonna be able to do this. We ain't gonna be able to do that. And that was really the consensus almost of everyone. We're not gonna be able to do that. Oh man, what they trying to do? Do this, do that. What's happening? Why is that our mindset? Are we really scared to move around this city? Because yesterday was 314 a day, and I'm sure everybody in some shape, form, or fashion had a pride on. Whether it was your Cardinal jersey, your Cardinal hat, just wearing your red, something with STL, shit, your White Castle uniform. Like, I'm going to wear this all day, representing. We done it. But why we couldn't do it together? You know what I mean? And I do know it was a lot of events that did, you know, go off. So some people probably saying, I kicked it. I don't know what he talking about. I kicked it. I'm talking about as a whole, though. You know what I mean? I kicked it yesterday, too. You know what I'm saying? I kicked it yesterday, too. I don't know who all saw me. I kicked it yesterday, too. But I didn't kick it with everybody. It wasn't a widespread event where, you know, you run into people like me. When prime example, the taste of Black St. Louis. When we went down there, because we was filming, we was down there for an extended period of time. But I got a chance to basically run into people that I hadn't seen in a while. Like, damn, man, where you been? How you know what I mean? Like, went through all of that. So on 314 day, I feel like that really should be the day where, like, you know, it's a universal spot for everybody to be able to come and mingle. Now I understand everybody say things might happen. But if that's your mindset, why bring your mindset? You know what I mean? Like, why not let the people that want to come and enjoy it without all of that? Do we have to, you know what I mean? Or even with the negativity. Like, if that's your thought, like, keep the thought. Because I do know that words, phrases, statements are contagious. They will loop your mind and get you going. They could low-key brainwash you. So I understand. But what are we going to do to help fix this mentality that we got? We say work together, but we know it's a whole lot of issues that will not allow that to go on. So what do we do? Like, what are the steps? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? Is there anything possible as a city? Because we can run from it. We could act like it's not happening, but once it hits our doorstep, then everybody's ready to talk. And it will eventually, because, I mean, there's not that many people left. So if we continue to allow the things to go the way that they're going, then eventually, yeah. And with it not being that many people left, everybody loves their loved one. So if something happened to your loved one, then not everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we stop the cycle? We understand what it is because we'll say it. Like, no, I'm riding for mine. I wish they would. Yeah, okay. All right, I see. Yeah, let it happen. Well, we not doing nothing to stop that. When things happen in the community, we know, people know what's happening in the community. But that's the reason why things continue to happen in the community. Because instead of de-escalating, instead of saying, hey, man, look, let me holler at you and then I'll holler at him. Or, hey, man, y'all ain't got to do this or whatever. Why not de-escalate that? Even if you know the situation finna get even to a problem. Like, if I know this dude got a problem with him and he finna do something to him and he ain't got no business, because it could just be something simple like slashing tires. I'm just going basic, y'all. I don't know who still slash tires, but I'm just going basic. You see neighbors beefing. He threatening. He gone. You see this guy finna do something to his property or whatever. You sit back and watch it happen, or would you kind of intervene? Now, I know in St. Louis we don't intervene. That ain't my business, and I ain't finna say nothing. Nope, you crazy for even telling me to say something. But some of that is because niggas know you're not gonna say nothing. But I wish they would say something to me. He probably ain't finna do nothing. And I ain't saying he ain't, and I ain't telling nobody go put themselves in no line of danger neither. Don't go put yourself in a line of fire. But I'm just saying this is the mentality that we've gotten to. And that mentality has bled down to the kids, the youth, our children, the future. So what do we do? How do we fix it? And I'm only having this conversation because I know St. Louis can get better. I've been other places. I've been to a whole lot of places. The attitude here is just like none other, period. I have to debrief my brain before I go out of town because I got to get used to people waving at you. They wave, you know what I mean? You get a wave here in St. Louis, you think they finna do something to you. Out of town, that's all they do. And when I say out of town, I'm just saying certain places, not everywhere. But if you go down south, there's some friendly places down south. You can just be stopping through a little town. They super friendly. Everybody friendly. Ain't a bad bone in their body. But why are we so destroyed when it comes to that type of stuff? I mean, I know our neighborhoods are just wrecked. The neighborhood stores are not owned by us, so we're not respected in them joints. And You can move to the county and get a big house, but you still got to deal with the police and your taxes and HOAs, and you don't get away. You leave these problems, you're going to pick up some other problems. It don't matter how you look at your problems is going to be there. But as a city, how do we say we can do it? How do we say we can do it? Because the state don't believe we can do it as a city. They probably know just about as much as everybody who's actually been doing this real work on the ground in the city, the condition that this city is in. Paying attention to what they doing in this city. It's really not going to be good. And at this point, you know, they holler and vote, but voting don't, what do it get you? Because you can get your best person in there, and then your best person going to still just shit on you. For lack of better words, just they're gonna do you. It ain't no real leadership in this city, even with a position that people would think is a position like this. They're nothing. Like they don't have power to do this, or they can't fix that, or they can't. But they spin the narrative on us so much that they keep issues that's not the person's issue on the person, and then we run with it. And then we let people get destroyed. They helped everybody. They helped everybody not like Kim Gardner for reasons that was not even her control, wasn't even powers of hers. Because if everybody hated Kim Gardner because it was traffic accidents happening downtown. Because even after the young lady lost her legs, there was a couple more accidents after that before Kim left. But then when Kim left, we've continued to have these same horrific accidents down here, and no one has said anything about who's responsible for them. Kim were responsible for them before she left, but who's going to take it now? They didn't give it to the new prosecutor, so who's going to take it now? Because is it actually on him? It wasn't on her. So I'm asking that question because I did ask that question in the last video, and we got a comment. But some of this is kind of me just being sarcastic with already knowing. But traffic isn't the prosecutor's problem to begin with, so it was never Kim's problem. So saying, why it ain't this dude's problem, I already know why it ain't his problem. Because it wasn't her problem, but it wasn't about that. But the city we didn't back her. Even when the mayor got on her, we should have got on the mayor for getting on her. You don't say nothing to her. Y'all don't remember when they did the whole thing under the order? All of them got elected together. Kim, Tashara, and Corey. They all had a press conference together. That was the whole black girl power right there. Why was that broken? Because once that chain, once that weak link showed up to help get a link out of there, all them links start moving and crumbling and falling and looking crazy. Why would you break that power structure like that? But we ain't really talking about that right now. That's gonna be on a whole nother. That's gonna be on a whole nother thing, cause that's some shit to talk about though, y'all. You know what I mean? We was really fighting for Kim. I wanted Kim. Kim was doing really good things, and everybody that just went haywire since she had been gone. Just sad. It's sad. But what would it take to truly overcome y'all? What would it really take? Because we don't accept sob stories around her. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody trying to hear the next sob story. So telling a person what you done really been through, probably even telling the person what you're going through, we know how that works. Some people, they just want to hear it so they can run, go tell it to the next person, and the next person want to hear it just so they could be like, he's fucked up. But what do we do? Well, what would be the next step? Because if we don't want to hear sob stories, or we don't want to, you know what I mean, hear the issues or the problems of the next person to even understand, you know, normally what people going through and how we can work to help them, what do we do? What do we do? How long we done been on this? Because if we at 30 minutes, we going to go ahead and clap this. Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody commenting. And this is a conversation that I got to have interaction on. Because I'm asking questions and there ain't nobody to answer these questions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand why I'm sitting here asking these questions. I got all the cue cards in front of me, y'all. I was ready to go, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. I'm going to hold this stuff up. I got all the cards in front of me, man. I was ready to go. I'm ready to have this conversation. But I want it to be an interactive conversation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be talking. And for the few people that's here that's not chiming in, I don't understand why. Ain't nothing wrong with just subscribing and clicking in to the chat. And I don't even think I got the subscribe wrong. I don't even think you got to sign in to chat. You could just chat. So we just gonna have this conversation on a different day. I'm gonna hold it because I need to know. You know what I mean? And when I say I need to know, that's only because it's certain things that be going on. Certain things that be happening. And I don't think the community be hip. And when we not hip, we losing. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of taking all these losses. I seem to get a couple people a day, you know what I mean, to get with it. So I'm going to keep trying until we all kind of see it. I know we done all been through a lot, y'all. We done all been through a lot. But we can get past it, especially if we still here. We in this city. You know what I'm saying? As crazy as it is, because we'll admit that it ain't no good. It's rotten. It's depressing. It's a dark cloud over it. Like, the youth understand. It's like everybody know this city has no promise to it. But it's home, and we'll look each other in the face and be like, but I love it, baby. I love it. With that, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. You know what I mean? I done gave y'all 30 minutes. Man, I said I was going to be here for 4 hours, but I don't think I can sit here and just keep talking. I thought people was going to click and chime. By now I can't. This is a deep subject. You know what I'm saying? It's a deep subject. And I don't even want to start talking about nothing that I'm just talking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there. So I don't know. I might as well make a little promo joint for tomorrow to see if I can get everybody to just be ready to click and chime in. Because we got to have this conversation. You know what I mean? We got to have this conversation. This is a conversation that I really feel like needs to be had, because with the content that's coming to the page, I don't want it to get misconstrued like it was when we was out there, you know, helping the sex workers, and, you know, people just thought this was entertainment with videos from prostitutes, because that's not what it was. That was a whole bigger thing, and we was really working to try to, you know, make something happen. And yeah, we're not gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna make the same mistakes we made at first. I'm going to let it be known, because the page is called Street Talk, period. Street Talk. Just understand that part. It's Street Talk. Street Talk. We're going to stay in the streets. We're going to keep that talk going that most people are not trying to hear. So with that, study your rights and do what, y'all? Come on. We're going to hit it together. So everybody that know it, that ain't hitting it, Let's hit it. Study your rights and keep your cameras rolling.